Ever wondered why some people seem invincible, unfazed by challenges, while others crumble under pressure? It's a question that's likely crossed your mind. Perhaps as you observed a colleague delivering a flawless presentation, or a friend, cool as a cucumber during a crisis. How do they do it? The answer lies not in their circumstances, but within themselves. And that's the beauty of it. It's called self-confidence. What sets these people apart is their self-confidence. But what is self-confidence really? A scene script. Let me tell you a story about a guy named John. John wasn't always the confident, successful man you see today. There was a time when he was the exact opposite. He was a man consumed by self-doubt and plagued with low self-esteem. John was a man who didn't believe in himself, who was convinced that he was never good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. He was always comparing himself to others, always feeling like he was falling short. John's lack of self-confidence didn't just affect his personal life, it seeped into his professional life too. He was passed over for promotions, overlooked for projects, and often found himself feeling like a square peg in a round hole. He was stuck in a rut and he didn't know how to get out of it. But then something happened, something that changed John's life forever. He met a mentor, someone who saw potential in him, who believed in him more than he believed in himself. This mentor didn't just tell John he was capable, he showed him what he was capable of achieving when he believed in himself. John started to take small steps. He started setting personal goals, small ones at first and then bigger ones. He began to push himself out of his comfort zone, taking on tasks he would have previously shied away from. He started to challenge himself, to prove to himself that he was capable of more than he had ever believed. With every step he took, with every goal he achieved, John's confidence started to grow. He started to believe in himself, in his abilities, his potential. He started to see himself not as a failure, but as someone who was capable, competent, and worthy. He started to see that he was enough, just as he was. John's newfound confidence didn't go unnoticed. His colleagues started to see a change in him. They saw a man who was assertive, who was willing to take risks, who was unafraid to speak his mind. They saw a man who was confident in his abilities, who wasn't afraid to take on new challenges. And it wasn't just his professional life that improved. John's personal life changed too. He started to build healthier, more fulfilling relationships. He started to set boundaries, to stand up for himself, to assert his needs and wants. He started to live a life that was true to who he was, not who he thought he should be. John's story is not unique. It's a story shared by many who have struggled with low self-esteem, who have doubted their worth, their abilities, their potential. But like John, they too can turn their lives around. They too can build their self-confidence. They too can live a life marked by success, fulfillment, and happiness. John's life changed drastically when he started believing in himself. So how did he do it? John discovered the pillars of self-confidence, and it all starts with self-awareness. In John's journey, he quickly realized that self-confidence isn't a quality you're simply born with, but rather a skill that can be cultivated. The first step? Understanding oneself. This is what we refer to as self-awareness. Now, self-awareness isn't about being critical or judgmental about oneself. It's about understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, your desires, and your fears. It's about knowing who you are, what you want, and why you behave the way you do. John started by taking time each day to reflect on his thoughts and feelings. He asked himself questions like, what makes me happy and what scares me? What are my strengths? This process wasn't always easy, but it was necessary. By understanding himself better, John was able to identify the areas he needed to work on and the strengths he could leverage to boost his confidence. The second pillar of self-confidence that John discovered was self-belief. This means believing in your ability to achieve your goals, regardless of the obstacles that might come your way. It's about knowing that you are capable, that you have what it takes to succeed. It's about replacing the voice in your head that says, I can't, with a louder, more powerful voice that says, I can and I will. John cultivated his self-belief by setting small, achievable goals and working towards them. Each achievement served as a testament to his abilities, fueling his belief in himself. He also surrounded himself with positive influences, people who believed in him and helped him believe in himself. The third pillar of self-confidence John discovered was resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, successes and failures, joys and sorrows. Resilience is about navigating these highs and lows with grace, learning from your failures and using them as stepping stones to success. It's about not letting setbacks deter you from your path, but instead, using them to forge a stronger, more confident you. John built his resilience by embracing failure as a part of the journey. He learned to view each setback not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity for growth. He understood that each failure brought him one step closer to success, and this perspective helped him remain resilient in the face of adversity. In this journey, John found that self-confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room or the most popular. It's about understanding who you are, believing in your abilities, and being resilient in the face of adversity. These are the pillars of self-confidence, and they were the key to John's transformation. These pillars helped John transform his life. But how can you apply them in your life? Building self-confidence isn't rocket science, it's about small, consistent steps. Let's get one thing straight. No one, and I mean no one, is born with an unshakable sense of confidence. It's something we craft, mold, and build over time. It's a masterpiece that's painted with the brushstrokes of our experiences and interactions. So where do you start? Start by embracing failure. That's right, failure is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. It's the stepping stone to success, the forge that tempers the steel of your resolve. When you stumble, when you fall, don't wallow in self-pity. Instead, dust yourself off, learn from your missteps, and get back on track. Remember, every setback is a setup for an even greater comeback. Next, set achievable goals. Now, I'm not talking about climbing Mount Everest or becoming the next Elon Musk overnight. I'm talking about small, doable tasks that you can accomplish every day. It could be as simple as waking up half an hour earlier, reading a book a week, or even picking up a new hobby. These small victories accumulate over time, each one adding another brick to the fortress of your self-confidence. And then there's positive self-talk. I can't stress this enough, the way you talk to yourself matters. You're the narrator of your own life story, and the words you choose can either lift you up or pull you down. So ditch the negative chatter, replace I can't with I can, I won't with I will, I'm not with I am. This isn't about deluding yourself with false affirmations. It's about reframing your mindset and embracing your potential. Self-confidence doesn't grow overnight. It's a gradual process, a garden that needs constant nurturing. So be patient with yourself. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Remember, the tallest skyscrapers are built one brick at a time. And lastly, always remember that your worth is not defined by external validation. You're not a reflection of the opinions of others. You're your own person, with your own strengths and weaknesses, your own triumphs and failures. So, be proud of who you are and who you're becoming. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Building self-confidence is an ongoing process. It's about becoming a better version of yourself one day at a time, so keep going, keep growing, keep glowing. Your journey to self-confidence starts now. So why bother with all this self-confidence stuff? Well, let's put it this way. Self-confidence is like a muscle. The more you flex it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the more it can lift. In the context of life, self-confidence lifts you over obstacles, propels you towards your goals, and even draws people towards you. Think about it. With self-confidence, you're better equipped to handle stress and bounce back from setbacks, leading to improved mental health. It helps foster better relationships, as people are naturally attracted to those who believe in themselves. And above all, self-confidence paves the way for greater success in life. It allows you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, to seize opportunities that others might shy away from. So to wrap up, self-confidence isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's not just about feeling good, it's about being good and doing good. Self-confidence isn't just about feeling good, it's about unlocking your true potential.